So I came here tonight to this presentation with a different topic in mind. It's a topic that is very close to my heart, and it's something I'm very passionate about. And that topic was the negative psychological effects that high fashion has on its consumers. Yeah, sounds boring, right? It's pretty interesting stuff. We can see here that we have a very interesting dress that seems to be made out of wrappers and cans and things like that. This is what is considered high fashion. And I really wanted to talk about, how it's making everyone feel like they're taking crazy pills like we have here, Mugatu from Zoolander. And I just felt like, this topic was boring. I don't think it would change anyone's lives in the crowd. And I really wanted something, that can make the people feel powerful. That's what I really wanted. So I woke up today and today just seemed to have every basis of being a bad day. It seemed like everything was going against me. So I happened to have a COVID test planned today. I was in contact with someone who had had the coronavirus. So I had a COVID test planned. I go out to my truck and I see that one of my tires is low. I said, oh Lord, what's going on? So one of my neighbors rolls up and says, hey, you need air? I said, yes, sir, please help me. He said, maybe you got a leak in there. Oh, for sure, there's a nail. So I said, great, I might have COVID and I gotta go get a new tire. So I end up driving, going to get my COVID test. It was very painful this time, not sure why. Some blood came out. I don't know if that's supposed to happen, but hey. Then I drive to the mechanic. Go to the mechanic and he says, yeah, it should be about an hour. I said, perfect. 2.5 hours later, he comes out and says, we can't fix it. You know what? We made it even worse. I said, wow, really? You made it even worse? I said, yeah. So, okay. So I found myself with just this level of anger, this level of frustration, this level of, I was so upset. And I was like, you know what? I need to get food. I'm a big guy, like to eat some food. So, I'm going to go to Sonic because they have happy hour and go get a half-price drink and everything. So I'm sitting there waiting for my drink. I'm listening to the most angry music I can find. We got metal, screamo, Rage Against the Machine, all that. I'm sitting there, I'm headbanging, I'm screaming, I'm yelling because I was so upset. And the little teenager comes and she taps on my window. And I turn the volume down. I roll down the window and I said, hey. She asked me, are you okay? And I said, no, not really. And then she handed me my food. And then she said something that really struck a chord in my heart, which was, be the reason that the sun shines. That is just, it's a phrase that I just feel like it is so powerful. It's so different. I feel like it's something that we really don't hear that often, but I felt like it was so powerful. So I heard this and I had to go home and I had to, research what this exactly meant. So what does that even mean? Let's try to figure it out. Let's try to decipher what this means. So how do plants grow? What do they do to grow? So what do we need? We need dirt, the sun, water, good roots, all these things, maybe fertilizer. All these things will make a plant grow. It'll be strong. It'll be, it won't be pushed around when the wind comes. It'll be a good plant. And I was thinking, okay, but a plant has to be strong in order to reach the sun. You know that a plant, so imagine if I'm a plant, the plant is going to move to wherever the sun is. So if the sun's over here, oh bang, I'm over here with the sun, I'm going to get more strength, more power. So the plant has to find the sun so it will stretch its leaves, and that's its power. Its power is the sun. So I said, okay, so I think I got something going on here, okay? So hold on with me, okay? So I want us to realize, so what do we know now? Well, the plant will grow towards the sun. That's its power. But what do we know now? We need to be the reason that the sun shines. We have to stretch to find that power. We have to go towards that power. And if you ever need a life lesson, go to Sonic and start streaming in your car until the car hop comes. Now, I figured out a few ways on how we can, grow as people, how we can find the sun. So I felt like one of them was give your confidence some roots. So this is something I struggle with a lot. I don't have much confidence. I don't have much strength or positivity. It's something I struggle with. I struggle with depression and anxiety. And this is something that's actually helped me a lot because I've always realized that I don't have these things and it allows me to be able to work towards them. Something I feel is very detrimental to our mental health and our physical health and our emotional health, especially in this society, is social media. Social media is so damaging for us. So I feel the way that we can, fix this issue, how we can fix comparing ourselves to everyone, how we can fix having these negative opinions about ourselves, just so happens to be something called a digital detox. There's a book by the author Cal Newport. So Cal Newport offers the idea of a 30-day digital decluttering. It's a detox where you delete every optional app on your phone that's not already there, and you only use it as a communication tool. You only use it as a phone and text messages. You don't need Instagram. You don't need Twitter. You don't need Facebook. You will realize, as I've only done this for about 14 days and I gave in, but I plan on doing it for 30 days. But during my 14 days, I realized I was so much happier. I lost weight. It was crazy. How does social media affect my weight? Who knows? But I felt happier. My skin was clearer. I just had this positive, bounce to my step. And I figured out that it was me deleting social media. And the outcome of this is that I don't use social media very often anymore because I feel like I'm healthier and I'm happier without it. I'm not comparing myself to other people. We don't need any negativity in our lives. And this is how we can have some confidence in our roots. Now, I feel like the second one, which is something that I really took to heart, is don't be afraid to get dirty. We need to change the routine. We need to change our plans in order to get dirty. We're so stuck in a rut. We're so stuck in a routine. I wake up every morning. I do the same things. I wake up. I might say a prayer. I might not. That's about the only thing that's different about my day. But I know I got classes. I got to go eat lunch. I got to go do homework. And then I sleep. And where's the excitement in that? There's no way for me to express myself. There's no way for me to go out there and be able to do something, to be able to learn something about myself. So we should actually do these things that allow us to learn something. We should set apart time. We should set apart times of our days, of our weeks, in order to do these activities. We should be able to do something that scares us, be able to do something that will allow us to learn something new. For example, I love to sing, and recently I've been practicing more and more opera and singing opera in front of other people. I don't like singing in front of people. I don't know, I can present in front of people, but singing really scares me. So I felt that if I were able to face my fears, I could be able to grow. I could get dirty. I can get dirty and I can change the routine. I can change the plan. And this will help me to get stronger roots. This will help me to take one more step into reaching the sun and to be the reason that the sun shines the next day. Now we got to make sure we water those roots. We got to water that dirt. So what does this mean? A lot of us really don't take any time for ourselves. We really are always on our phones, always watching television, always have some type of media in front of us that does not allow us to focus on who we are, on our own heart, on our own mind, on our own soul. So I believe that everyone during the day should take around 30 minutes to an hour, either meditating, praying, reading a book, drawing, learning a new skill, anything that provides you some solitude. If you do these things, you'll be able to have time with your own thoughts when you're not hearing all the negativity of the outside world. We don't want to know what the news channel says. We don't want to know what the sports teams do. We just want to know who we are as a whole. We want to know who we are as a person. We'll be able to water those roots. So doing this, if we meditate, if we pray, if we stay strong, if we read books, we will learn so many new things. We will get smarter. This will help us be more confident. This will help us have a strong foundation and to be able to do these things that we really need to do. We'll be able to get dirtier. Maybe if we read books, we can find a new passion. Maybe if we meditate, we can be able to find new passions, new ways to release our anger, release our frustrations. All these things are so beneficial to our health, and yet very little of the population is actually doing this, which is why we see a rise in depression and a rise in anxiety because of these things. How people don't take time for themselves. We're so focused on the outside world that we don't look on the inside. So what does this mean? It means that with strong roots and good dirt and enough water that we are ready to grow. I'm ready to grow, and I hope y'all are ready to grow. We will grow so much mentally, physically, emotionally, and psychologically. We can stretch towards the sun. We will be strong Imagine ourselves as plants. If you don't do these three things, if you don't have good roots, if you're not getting watered and you don't have good dirt, you're going to be a weak little plant. And you're going to fall anytime the wind comes and someone's going to have to come pick you back up. But if you have good roots, if you're confident with yourself, if you are getting dirty, you're able to learn new things about yourself, you're able to get outside, you're able to learn, you will not get knocked down by the dirt or by the wind. And if you water yourself, you're able to read, you're able to meditate, I promise you that you will be strong. And with these three things, you'll be able to reach out towards the sun. You'll be able to gain its power. You'll be able to be happier with yourselves. I promise you that these things will happen because I've seen it personally in my own life, and I really wanted to share it with you.